Hello and welcome to our November episode of Hingham Happenings. I'm your host, Christina Yellow. Let's take a look at what's coming up on this episode. The South Shore Conservatory hosted a beautiful evening of jazz music. Lots of people enjoyed some German favorites at Oktoberfest. The Standish Humane Society held its 20th annual Doggie Palooza. In downtown Hingham, Nancy's Barbershop had their grand opening. The South Shore Innovation Showcase was quite innovative for South Shore businesses. South Shore Race Series hosted their final race of the series at Hingham Cemetery. All this and more coming up on Hingham Happenings. The South Shore Conservatory held the Jazz Festival at the Jane Carr Amphitheater. This weekend's event showcased many talented jazz artists.
We are here for the Hingham Jazz Festival, which is a beautiful evening of fantastic music.
It's a two-day event. Our headliner is the Williams Jazz Band, which will be playing tonight at 8 to 10. Every one of the acts has one of our faculty involved in it, so there's very much a tie with the South Shore Conservatory.
We start at 5 o'clock tonight and we go through to about 10 o'clock tonight. We have food trucks so that people can get something to eat. We have concessions so people can have something to drink. We have a beautiful night. We are ordered especially so that we can sit out on the lawn and enjoy something that's slightly like Tanglewood, only slightly different.
It was brought about by some people who had realized the great talent that exists here at South Shore Conservatory and decided to create an event where they could focus not only the faculty but some of the students as well who have learned and practiced and continue to hone their skills here at the conservatory.
I got connected to the South Shore Conservatory actually when I moved to the South Shore. I started teaching music together here, which is a wonderful family music program, and from there they said, hey, you're a voice teacher too, and so I started teaching here and quickly became full-time. I'm here with my two gals. We are the ESP vocal trio. It's Sandy Hammond, Therese Williamson, and then our arranger, Mark Shalansky. We also have Mark Walker on drums and Keala Kamahiva on bass. We are a close harmony jazz group. We've been singing together for 11 years, and we do sort of old school Andrew Sister style, but with a contemporary twist.
I play piano. I've got Chris Rathbun on bass and Eddie Sorrentino on drums. My bass player teaches here, so does Eddie. Any time that this kind of music promotion happens in a town, I for one just can rejoice about that. Just the fact that there's a conservatory here and all the stuff that takes to keep the pianos in good working order, to keep them tuned. All of this takes so much money and dedication. And it's just, for me as a musician, this is the whole 9 yards, knowing that people are there for that kind of thing.
Well, one of the things is that although Hingham is relatively close to Boston, getting into Boston in the evening, one, it takes time, two, it costs a lot of money. The venues are not inexpensive, and here you can come up here, it's very local. It's all people who are involved in the community. The venue is beautiful and tickets are reasonably priced, and the level of professionalism and musical talent is incredible.
The Jazz Festival really brings the community together. It provides children and grown-ups just culture that we wouldn't normally get, and it really just brings people together.
South Shore Conservatory is an incredible cultural resource. We have preschool and all the way through pre-K, and I see the young kids come and they get turned on to the arts right away, and the arts are so important for our overall general learning. And then we have all the kids and adults who come to study music and to dance and to take our drama classes. And what they're doing is they're learning how to learn, and they're learning how to express themselves, and they're doing so with other like-minded people in a really special community.
Our mission is to further music education and appreciation for music and music arts in the community. So it is a community-based effort. So things like this get people to find out where we are, who we are, and also just bring arts to the community.
An awful lot of people think they see the word South Shore Conservatory and immediately assume very clever children who play instruments beautifully. And it isn't like that. Yes, there are lots of those, but there's also people, there's a pre-K, there's a kindergarten here, there are adult students like myself. There's one lady who I know is well into her 90s. It's a community and we just enjoy ourselves. It's fun. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here. And we'd love you guys to come and join us.
The House of Prayer Lutheran Church hosted its 30th annual Oktoberfest. Proceeds from the event went to local food pantries, worldwide missions, and social ministries. Authentic German food, music, and of course beer were enjoyed by many.
Every year, the last weekend of September is Oktoberfest on Saturday and Sunday. And you can hear in the background the Oompa band, King Ludwig's band. They show up every year and we have a great time. This year's the 30th Oktoberfest. And one of the older guys in the congregation told me one day that the way it started was the church was having a potluck picnic out on the front lawn, and they had a card table with a record player that was playing German music. And then afterwards they said, well, maybe we should do this again, and maybe we shouldn't do it just for us, we should invite other people. So from a card table with a record player on it, now we got a couple thousand people through here on the weekend. The intent of this is to serve the community. So this year there are 5 nonprofits or organizations that benefit from part of the proceeds. So Wellspring Multi-Service Center in Hull benefits from this, Habitat for Humanity, Ascendria, which used to be Lutheran Social Services, the Hingham Interfaith Food Pantry, and the Diane DeVanna Center. So each of those are places that we have connections with in addition to Oktoberfest. So like we'll do a diaper drive for the DeVanna Center. We collect food every week for Wellspring and the Hingham Food Pantry. We do days when we do the Habitat build. We've kind of grown, not just in terms of sharing the proceeds, but in better connections with these different groups and organizations. And that's what we're called to do. Jesus says, love God and love people. So it's how we're loving people.
It's a way to build community and to share outreach programs and to raise money for a lot of local charities and larger events. What I hope for in this event is that people will connect to one another and have some real conversations and just realize that there's more that unites them than separates them.
It's primarily an outreach event, so we like to invite the community to come enjoy a fun day, listening to some great music, eating some awesome food. There's local crafters that have handmade crafts that they're selling. There's a children's area where the children can do crafts and get their face painted. And it's just a really great family event, and we hope people come and enjoy some just quality time together, and at the same time their money is going back out into the community to help social service agencies serve the various folks that they're serving.
We were having a council meeting, which is basically the church government, our local church government, and we're talking about a way to celebrate with the community. So being of a German heritage, we decided that we would put an Oktoberfest together. The first year there was no beer. We did have wurst and all that stuff, but everything else was handmade by people in the church. The Lutheran church is started in Germany, so we said let's do the Oktoberfest, which is kind of like Thanksgiving in Germany, except there's more alcohol, less turkey. I hope the community likes it. I mean, the best part about it, it's free. In theory, it's free. We actually ask for donations for the food pantry, so right away you're giving back to the community. And then as you come here and you eat and you drink, that money eventually gets back into the community to help out other people. I would love to see thousands of people here on this Saturday and Sunday. We have a great time. It's a child-friendly event, and there's something for everybody. Or if you just want to come and listen to the band, same thing. It's just a lot of fun.
This is my 37th year doing this, and it was pure accident how we got started. We ran into Hugo Helmer. He's from Fusen, Germany, and he found out we were mostly, all of us are music teachers, and he said, well, get your instruments, we'll do some playing. Then we started doing gigs, and it's been crazy. We start the end of July, we go every weekend till the 1st of November.
You know, it's the people who make the place. It's really the people. Without nice people, you cannot have a nice place. Praise the Lord.
Standish Humane Society's 20th annual fundraiser, Doggie Palooza, took place at Wampatuck State Park. This animal lovers event is really about dogs helping cats. Curious about what that means? Let's take a look.
We're at Doggie Palooza. This is Standish Humane Society's annual fundraising event. We have agility training, music, great food, dog-related vendors have all come out today, and we have a lot of rescue groups on hand as well.
There's a lot of fun tents here today with all sorts of pet products, and there's photo booths and face painting. And we even have the Animal Rescue League that brought their spay wagon here so people can see what a spay wagon looks like inside and a little bit about what they do. There's just so much. It's just such a fun event, and we do it every year around this time. It's really turned into a fantastic culmination of so many different pet companies and coalitions, and we have rescue groups here, and it's a real feel-good experience. A lot of pet parents come here with their fuzzy children, and it's a day to celebrate our spirit and what it means to take care of our animals here in this region and everywhere in the world.
It's a great event to have anywhere, but certainly it draws the community together and gives them information on how important rescue organizations are and the support that I think animal lovers have in general for rescue organizations. I think it's great that it really is the dogs that are supporting the cats here. And hopefully this will be a very educational day for dog activities, dog safety, and good pet care for everyone in the community.
It's really become a place where people from all over the region come to exhibit here and to have their presence here, and the growth has been amazing. So Doggie Palooza really is about dogs helping cats. The fundraising that we do here today, the funds that are raised go to Standish Humane Society, which is a no-kill cat shelter located in Duxbury, Massachusetts. But because it's a day for dogs, everything here is basically doggy related, and it's really just a fun place to be, whether you're just bring your family or you bring your pet.
My business, Dogs Rural Canine Center, is going to be putting on the agility demonstration. And after myself and my students do the demonstration, we're going to open it up to the public to give it a try, a supervised try on the different obstacles. The course, it consists of a tunnel, weave poles, jumps, a collapsed tunnel or chute, and a seesaw.
Events like this are important so that we can get the word out about how important spay-neuter is, the work that the different rescue groups are doing all year long to help with the overpopulation problem and to educate people on vet care, adoption, keeping your animals safe. So it's important for us to all be able to get our mission out there for people to see.
We supported it last year, Doggie Palooza. It was our first year in business at Dogs Rural Canine Center. This is our second year, and we plan to come back every year from now on. Just such a great group of people.
We just hope that people come every year and they're aware of it. They can go to standishhumane.org for information all year long, and also to see all the cats that are up for adoption at Standish Humane Society. They adopt out almost 1,500 cats a year to really good homes, and but they're kind of like Match.com for pets and people. We just hope in the end that people donate and people support the rescue groups and Standish Humane Society.
Nancy's Barbershop had their grand opening located in downtown Hingham. Lots of people came and celebrated the opening of the barbershop's second location. The original Nancy's Barbershop is located in Braintree, Massachusetts.
Today is our grand opening of our Hingham location at 61 Water Street. This is our second location. We have one in Braintree, and we're really excited about Hingham. We have some wonderful people here that are supporting us, and we're very excited about today. That's what's made us so successful, is the people that I have. It's an awesome group. We laugh, we can yell at each other. It's just fantastic. So customers actually like to sit and listen, because we have Rennie and Janice, and they'll just go at it in a funny way. And I have customers that say, do you mind if I just sit and watch it? And they keep saying, you need to have a reality show, because they're hysterical. And they do, they actually sit and listen. So it's really funny. And it's because we've been together for so long, we've been through a lot together, the growth of the shops, and they're so supportive, and it's wonderful. Yeah, I'm just so blessed that what I have. We always love coming down to Hingham. We're always going to the restaurants, and always deep in my mind, because I've had my Braintree shop for 22 years, and just in the back of my mind, I always thought maybe someday I'll open up another shop. And I had a friend that said, oh, there's a spot going up for lease, and it just kind of, I believe it's karma, it just happened to just fall on my lap. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take it. And again, my supportive family said, go ahead and do it, because we're all risk takers in our family. Anyways, we're all entrepreneurs and artists, and so it's really great. So I did. We've had a ton of kids coming in, which is wonderful. And it's word of mouth. People are coming in saying, oh, I heard so much about it. And they'll come in and say, there's a famous lollipop tree everyone's talking about. You know, it's great to hear that. So, I mean, we do, obviously, men's haircuts. We do hot lather, steam towel shaves with oils that is really coming back. It stopped for like 15 years. Nobody was getting shaves. Now it's the younger kids. It's 25 to 50 is that age group. And we do little boys, we do little ladies, we do updos. It's great, yeah. Braiding and beads and sparkles and all that, yeah. And then we have a toy chest that they can grab. And of course, the famous lollipop tree. It's in the process right now of being made. It's Nancy's Barbershop South.com. It should be ready November of 2015. I think the atmosphere and the whole package is something that Hingham needs.
It's my daughter's barbershop, and I'm very proud of her today. So I'm so excited that when she first talked about this, it was like a year ago, we kept looking down here, and then when she found this and I saw it, I didn't think it was this big until she renovated it. It just, I'm in awe of it. It's so beautiful. So she's done a beautiful job. She's a good decorator. She has a lot of imagination.
I actually like this one a little better. I mean, her Braintree is wonderful. It's got that old kind of feel to it. But I like this. I like the cement floor and the style. I think because of a lot of the children in Hingham, I think they're going to flock to this kind of an environment, especially with this lollipop tree behind me here. And a lot of families that are going to take advantage of that, and just a fun environment that Nancy provides. Well, first of all, Nancy is an amazing sister and barber. So her whole, the way she is worth the trip.
The South Shore Chamber Innovation Showcase returned this year, allowing many of the South Shore's most innovative businesses a chance to show and tell. HCAM TV was proud to be there not only to cover the event, but also to show off the opportunities available for individuals to innovate within their communities.
We are sort of presenting today at the Innovation Conference here for South Shore Chamber of Commerce is our simulation mannequin and our mobile sim lab. What he allows us to do is bring sort of high-risk situation scenarios for paramedics and EMS outside of the hospital. So he's completely mobile, he's wireless, and we're just sort of showing our community the ability that we have to train first responders and first receivers in situations that they would not normally see every day. He is blinking, he is breathing, he has pulses, and he's obviously a life-size mannequin to represent a real person. And so when people see him, initially they're shocked, but then as we sort of explain what we're able to do with him, it's very exciting. And people are sort of more engaged with him because he is so lifelike compared to other mannequins. The innovation itself is important so that people understand the direction that we're going, sort of South Shore. The Chamber of Commerce, which is these other businesses, and we're all here to support each other and to sort of push forward the mission of making the South Shore the place that we want it to be. And I think this allows us to do that, and it gives people an insight into, while these businesses are growing within the community, that they have the services, including the paramedics, the fire department, to treat them in the case of an emergency, and we're able to do that with him.
I'm an instructor that's developing the engineering technology program at Quincy College. It's a fairly new program. We're starting out with the electrical fundamentals, working towards solid modeling and 3D printing with robotics. The idea is this particular course, the engineering technology course with an associate's degree, is to train technologists to work in wide areas of technology in different industries. The advent of technology is such that most industries that have found ways to improve their processes and systems with technology. Robotics is going to be part of that, and I believe for the United States to actually be competitive on the manufacturing level, that it will have to have robotics and to do repetitive automated processes.
Today we are at the Innovation Showcase, which is the brainchild of many of us at the South Shore Chamber. It is the next iteration of trade show, and we are really looking forward to having different types of businesses come together under different pillars of excellence. And those pillars are community impact, partnering, power of partnerships, customer experience, work-life culture. So it gives people an opportunity to talk about things that are much more relevant and things that are much more near and dear to their hearts and part of their mission as well. We've had a business exposition that's been long-standing in October for 30 years. Contact the Chamber through our phone or email, 617-479-1111 or southshorechamber.org. And we're there to answer your questions and always are there for our members.
The South Shore Young Professionals are here today because we are an affiliate of the South Shore Chamber of Commerce, and we have so many young professionals that have participated in the show today. I think that these expos or these showcases are really important because people don't know what's out there, and I think especially for young professionals, they are, looking for jobs or looking for ways to connect with other people, and how else are they going to do that? We've sort of pooled all innovators and, young professionals and all different types of people in one room, and we're saying, here we are, talk to each other. It's forced communication, and it's great because, you don't know what's out there until you're out here and meeting new people.
This 2.5-mile run is the last of the South Shore Race Series this season and is the most unique race on the South Shore in 2015. Located in the Hingham Cemetery, it's the only garden cemetery in the area and is special for that reason, but its true value is in its 400-year history.
So today in Hingham Cemetery we're having our first race, and it's called the Run Through Time, 400 Years Through Hingham History. And we're really excited to have the race here because people think of cemeteries as places for the dead. And this is a sacred place, and people bury loved ones here and they come to visit them and to mourn them and to miss them. But this is also a park. It's 13 acres hard by Hingham Square. We have the only arboretum on Boston's South Shore. We have beautiful sculptures and statuary that are significant pieces of art, and it's just a lovely place to come and contemplate.
Well, it's the culmination of a series of races that were designed to get people into some of the special places here in Hingham that they may not have thought of going to, especially not to run in. There are only probably 3 or 4 races that exist in cemeteries in the U.S., so this is a very unusual event. It's the only one of its kind in New England.
This particular location, with all its twists and turns and sort of labyrinth-like route, is something that would be kind of fun. And so we thought when John Childs of South Shore Racing Series approached us with the idea that it would be just a really fun, different kind of race.
We're expecting about 70 runners to come. The race starts inside the cemetery and it does a 1-mile loop near the Water Street entrance. It exits the cemetery at the South Street entrance, kind of behind the snug. It takes a left there, goes out down to the corner of Main Street and takes a left, goes all the way down to the corner of Water Street, takes another left. At the end of Water Street, you go back into the main gate of the cemetery and do the same cemetery loop again and finish right in front of the newly restored Ames Chapel.
So we're thrilled to have the race here to bring attention to the cemetery and to show people, hey, lots of things can happen here other than funerals. You can have a good time. You can burn some calories. We've had Tai Chi classes up here, all kinds of events. And this is a new one for us, and we're really thrilled to host it.
Well, I came out to this race because I was so excited that it's in the cemetery and it seems so unique. And I walk my dogs here every day. And when I read about it in the paper, I thought, oh, this is just such an interesting race. I've got to check it out.
The cemetery is such a great place to come, so much because it's just so beautiful. You know, people, of course, they know about Hingham Square. They know about all the stores and all the bustle that goes on there. What they may not be aware of is right next to Hingham Square is a place where you can come and just get away from it all, have a peaceful walk, just have a moment to yourself. It's very important for people to know that they have a park-like setting right in downtown Hingham.
One of the most famous things in this cemetery is the Grieving Angel. It's a white Italian marble statue that's beautiful and it's very well known in the community. There are also 2 Massachusetts governors buried here and the Secretary of the Navy, many sea captains, war heroes, some of Abraham Lincoln's relatives. The statuary and the trees are just amazing, especially in the fall when the foliage is in full bloom.
I just like the fact that it's a totally different type of run. So I'm not going to try to kill it or win or anything. I really want to take in the tombstones and everything else that comes along with the cemetery. It's just very interesting to me.
Even before we moved here, when we first saw Hingham, I realized, oh my God, this town is a postcard. And it doesn't just look like a postcard, it kind of acts like one. People are friendly to each other. Really, nowhere else that I go, and I've been all over the world, do people say hi to each other on the street, even if they don't know each other? It is really small town America at its best, at what people think small town America is supposed to be, and we have that here.
That's all for this month. Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Hingham Happenings. If you have any suggestions for a future episode, please email us at hinghamhappenings@hinghammedia.org. Thank you so much for watching.